So I'll just start this by saying that this isn't the sort of movie that's... It's no Incredibles, put it that way. It's not the kind of thing that's going to appeal to everybody. It doesn't have a broad appeal, Teen Titans Go to the movies. If you like comic book movies, if you like superheroes, you should be okay. But otherwise, it's just... There's a lot of cheap humour, a lot of fart gags, a lot of toilet humour. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this quite a bit.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Starring the voice talents of, amongst others, Greg Sipes, Scott Menville, Carrie Payton, Tara Strong, Hinton Walsh, Will Arnett and Kristen Bell. Directed by Peter Reeder Mikhail and Aaron Horvath, of the screenplay that Aaron Horvath wrote alongside Mikhail Jelinek. This is my review for Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So I'll just start this by saying I'm completely unfamiliar with the Teen Titans Go franchise, other than that I know it exists. That's about as much knowledge that I have. I mean, I know it's to do with superheroes, I know who the characters are, but I've not seen a single episode of it. But I saw the trailer for this, and the trailer made me laugh a couple of times, and I thought, hey, I'm going to give this a go. I was a bit worried that it was going to be a predominantly kids movie without anything really for adults, and it is that to a degree, but at the same time, it's also a great deal of fun, and if you know comic books, if you know superheroes, there are so many references in this that will just make you smile. So the plot of this is that the Teen Titans have become a bit of a joke in the superhero world. They don't have their own arch nemesis, and all the other superheroes, they're all getting movies made about them. All of them, including Batman's car and his utility belt, which really made me laugh. The rest of the team are kind of alright about this, but it's Robin in particular who wants some time in the spotlight. He wants the limelight to himself and to a degree for the team, and he really wants his own movie. He realises that they must have their own arch nemesis if they're going to be able to do one, and they find themselves in the vicinity of Slade. So back to the in-jokes and the references. That, for me, is what made this such a memorable film, because there are so many of them, and they're all really clever, they're all really smart. And it's not just DC as well, there are Marvel references in this. Deadpool, Guardians of the Galaxy, one particularly big one that took me completely by surprise, but I really, really loved it. And I'd love to know how that went about, how the discussions came about for Marvel to be like, yep, you can use these, because that was cool, it was neat. It was really nice to see that the sort of two worlds collide for the first time, really, on the big screen like this. But yeah, there are tons of them, and even really small ones that you'd miss, such as Superman saying, "Somebody save me," quoting the Smallville theme tune. So many just tiny little details that make me just want to go back and watch this again just to pick them all out, because I'm sure there's many that I missed, because this digs deep into DC lore, like really deep. Challengers of the Unknown appear in this, and I didn't have a clue who they were, and it turns out many people don't, but yeah, they aren't afraid to really delve into the depth of the DC lore to make a joke. And yeah, this is a really funny film at times, particularly when it's going on with these references. That's not to say that it's just references alone. I mean, this isn't Ready Player One. There are some good things about the actual script as well. It's a predictable movie, it is, but then I'm a grown man, at least physically, mentally, maybe not. But I'm a grown man, so I can kind of see where the movie's going, and it's not hard to tell where it's going. Sort of the big reveal that comes out isn't so much a big reveal, it's they finally confirmed what we thought. But then this is a movie predominantly for children. It's made with enough TLC with those references that adults can get something out of it too. But you'd have to be an adult, as I say, that likes superhero movies. Otherwise, you're just going to see this as a bit of a silly kids movie. And that's fine. There can be silly kids movies. Not every film has to appeal to absolutely everybody. And I think what Teen Titans Go does the best is it knows its audience, it knows who it's aiming for, and it absolutely delivers when it comes to pleasing those people. It's a strong voice cast as well. All of them are really good. As far as I'm aware, they all do voice the characters in the TV show as well, and this does make me a little bit intrigued to go and check out the show and to see whether it delivers the same kind of things that the movie does. Let me know in the comments if it does. I'm completely unfamiliar with Teen Titans now apart from this film, so I'd love to know if the TV show is as funny and as referential as this is. But yeah, it's a solid voice cast. All of them do extremely well, and it's really kind of hard to fault it. And the film itself it's, as I say, not just references, it does some really clever things with the script. There's a whole element involving time travel that's just genius. Like, it's absolutely inspired, some of the things they do, and really dark in places as well. And I don't want to get into spoilers just in case you haven't seen the film yet, but you'll know the time travel bit when you see it. It's a whole sequence in the movie, only about 5 minutes, but it's so well done. As I say, it does some real dark things that I wasn't expecting it to do. Set to Back to the Future music as well, and again, just references in this film, just done absolutely perfectly. I have to say, I wasn't expecting to have quite as much fun with Teen Titans Go to the Movies as I actually did. I took Mel, my fiance, with me, and she didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did. In fact, she enjoyed it considerably less than I did, but even she laughed at a few bits, so as I say, maybe it does have a little bit more appeal than I'm giving it credit for. But yeah, just a really, really fun time at the movies. It's definitely worth seeing. It's not all perfect. There are some pacing problems with it, and as I say, it does go in a very predictable route. It just follows sort of the A to B as you'd expect movies to do. It hits the exact notes that you would expect it to hit. So it's kind of lacking in originality when it comes to that regard. And there are the musical numbers as well. The Teen Titans Go Rap I did quite enjoy, but the other songs in this don't quite hit the mark as well as that one does. And I love music in films. I love when movies just burst into song for no real reason, but the songs for me in this one, they did fall a little bit flat. And that's a shame because there's so much life and zest to this movie that I was hoping that the musical numbers would live up to it. But just for me, they didn't. They didn't quite live up to the humour that was going on around it. Apart from that Teen Titans Go song, which has been stuck in my head now for about the 48 hours since I've seen it. It's refusing to leave. But yeah, I definitely recommend seeing this. If you love comic books, if you love superheroes, you're going to get a real kick out of this. And it's not just that as well. There are other references. I mentioned Back to the Future. But there's another one during that time travel sequence in particular that, again, I don't want to spoil, but it was just such an out-of-the-blue reference that, yeah, loved it. It definitely does have a rewatchability factor about it because of that. Yeah, can't wait to see it again. I'm going to give Teen Titans Go to the Movies an 8 out of 10. As I say, I wasn't expecting a lot out of this. There was a little short at the start of this. I can't remember what the short was called now, but that really wasn't very good, and it had me worried for what the rest of the film was going to be. But luckily, it's only about 5 minutes. Once that gets out of the way and the movie gets going, you kind of get a gist as to what the film's going to be. Have you seen Teen Titans Go to the Movies? If you have, let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And as I say, let me know what the TV show's like as well if you've seen that, because I'm completely oblivious to it. I've not seen a single episode, so I'd love to know whether it's something that I should get around to watching at some point. It's a bit of a backlog I have of TV, but if it's worth watching, I'll definitely stick it on the list. Hit like, hit subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more of them. More reviews coming soon. The Meg is out very soon now, and I'm so excited about that. If Jason Statham doesn't punch a shark in the face, I'm going to be livid. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Julians, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.